I decided to do my yearly Skyrim playthrough or two a couple of days ago, so of course the first thing I did was dive headfirst into many different new mods I can install. And while browsing, one stuck out to me. It was a mod that added a whole new hand-to-hand skill tree into Skyrim for you to punch and kick the shit out of people with. So naturally, I downloaded it, started a new game, and things got kinda crazy. I create a Khajiit, give him an appropriate name, start the game, and walk into a random dungeon just to see how well my cat paws work as a weapon. And oh boy, did they work. The Khajiit have a racial power that give them extra unarmed damage, and it is straight up overpowered, and here's why. Your base unarmed damage is 10, and the claws power gives you 12 more on top of that. So you get 22 damage with just one swing. And early game, when weapons like swords are going to be doing like half of that, that is absolutely huge. And that was even before I took my first perk in the skill tree that boosts my unarmed damage by 25%. Anyways, I did some of the requisite main quest crap that you have to do at the beginning of the game, including killing the dragon at the watchtower, which is still a bit difficult this early, but with my furry power, it's barely a challenge. Then, I went over to Riften and headed down to the Ratway. And some of you probably already know what I'm gonna do, but I found a homeless dude, so naturally I beat the shit out of him and stole his gloves. These are the Gloves of the Pugilist, an essential item for any unarmed Skyrim run. And now, instead of doing 22 damage, with these gloves on, I do 32 damage. With my fists. With one swing. And that's not even to mention the perk I already got, which increases my unarmed damage by 25%. So now my claw damage has gone from just mildly OP to, okay, yeah, this is really OP. Oh yeah, I should probably explain my goals for this run. Because what's a Skyrim video like this without some wacky goals to achieve? So, my first goal is to level my hand-to-hand skill to 100 and get all of the perks in the new skill tree, so I can become an unarmed god. My second goal is to punch the shit out of the Emperor of Tamriel. And my third goal is to beat the game using only my fists. Oh yeah, I can't use any other weapon other than my fists, so I guess that makes this a challenge run? But anyways, I found this boy who asked me to kill his granny or something. So naturally, I go to her and... Did I mention that the kill moves for unarmed are amazing? My favorite is obviously the suplex. And what makes this one really funny is it's the kill move that triggers when you are behind someone. So often, you'll be sneaking up on someone trying to get a kill on them sneakily, and then you suddenly kill them in the most ostentatious way possible. Because fuck stealth, I guess, when I can perform a goddamn wrestling move on my enemies. So yeah, I started the Dark Brotherhood questline, not only because it's one of my goals, but also because I want Shadowmere so I can grind my hand-to-hand skill. So, take contract, go to place, beat the ever-loving fuck out of the person, you know, to death, get money, repeat. And I just want to mention this now, but I love the Dark Brotherhood questline in Skyrim. I love the characters, the missions, the story, everything. It's seriously perfect. A handful of contracts later, pun not intended, I end up at probably my favorite quest in all of Skyrim. You know, the one where you kill the princess, or whoever the fuck she is. So, while she's giving her glorious speech to the rest of the patrons, I drop down onto the balcony and do this. That made everyone else at the wedding very angry. Killing the bride in cold blood is a party foul, I guess. So I reloaded the save, and instead I just pushed the gargoyle on top of her, which is less exciting, but a lot easier to get away with. Now there's the moral of the story for the children in the audience. It's not illegal if you don't get caught. At this point in my adventure, I took a bit of a breather and decided to improve my gear a bit, because as much as the gloves of the pugilist have helped me, they look bad. But you know what would look really cool? Those arm bandage thingies karate motherfuckers wear. So I decided to level my enchanting so I can make this look cooler and even more effective. But enchanting is expensive to level and also a chore, so I just took it up to like 50. I thought that this would be enough to give my gloves a modest improvement. Well, guess how much I got when I enchanted the bandages with the same Fortify Unarmed enchantment. 11 damage. Literally one more than I had before. But I also enchanted a ring that gave me like 8 damage, so it wasn't a total loss. With my new kick-ass bandages, I continued my journey. Gaius Maro was a pushover, so was Cicero, and with Cicero's death, I finally got my hands on Shadowmere, and I mean that very literally. Yeah, I was using Shadowmere to grind my hand-to-hand XP, but I also didn't feel like just furiously clicking for 5 hours, so I set up an auto-clicker and just went to make a sandwich. Like seriously, I made a sandwich. It was a PB&J, it was great. When I returned to my desk, I had 100 in my hand-to-hand skill and was level 20. So, I purchased all the perks in the tree, and this included several amazing perks, such as giving me 50% more damage with power attacks, 50% more damage total, giving me 20% more move speed while I'm unarmed, and making me take 25% less damage when I have my fists out, which is huge, because when you're unarmed, you can't block. So yeah, the auto-clicker was definitely worth it. And before you call me out by saying, oh, auto-clicking is cheating, I don't care. With all the boons I got from my skill tree, I now did a staggering 100 damage with just one punch, and nearly 200 with my power attack. I have no idea how the damage ended up getting this high. It doesn't really track with all of the perks I unlocked, so I think the mod might be glitched. But hey, I'll take it. And just to illustrate how overpowered I am now, I used my dual power attack on a giant, and it was dead by the time it was done. So, with this newfound Bruce Lee power, I completed my first goal and continued my journey to punch the shit out of the Emperor's old wrinkly face. There wasn't much left to do. Kill the small chef, kill the big chef, cook for the Emperor, get betrayed, have your entire family killed, you know, an average Tuesday. But after that, I was face to face with the Emperor, and I will just let the footage speak for itself.
Come now, don't be shy. You haven't come this far just to stand there gawking.
I wish I had my mic on when I did that, because I was dying laughing. It was fucking hilarious. Now, with the Emperor dead, there's only one goal left. Beat the game. And you know the drill with that. Delphine's an asshole, Esbern's an asshole, Parthenax is cool, but I don't want to hear his Mario voice actor ass monologue to me for the 5 bajillionth time. I went to get the Elder Scroll, and with the Elder Scroll I fought Alduin, and I wish I could say I one-cycled him because, you know, Minecraft jokes, but unfortunately it was a 2-cycle. Then, back to boring shit. Blah blah blah, Peace Council, trap the dragon, and fly to the endgame. And since it's the endgame, that means it's the part of my video where I give a kick-ass montage. Enjoy. And with Alduin dead and all of my goals complete, my character could rest easy, knowing that he had defeated the world's greatest evil with nothing but his fists. Paws. Seriously, imagine being an Elder Dragon. You're one of the most powerful beings in the universe, and then suddenly a random fucking furry shows up and beats the fuck out of you with his paws, and then you just die. That's a hell of a way to go. But, on that bombshell, it's time to call this video to a close. Be sure to subscribe or I'll kick you in the dick. I'm the Logamuffin, and as always, I'll see you up ahead.
Oh, what's he going for here? Oh, Dragonborn suplex! He knows it. That sucker knows it. This whole crowd knows it. That is all, folks.